Hello, I'm Melissa and welcome to Teacher Inspiration Station. It's been a really long time since I've made a video, but I'm very happy to be back on YouTube. And today I want to share with you some books that I think are excellent for promoting self-love, self-esteem, recognizing our differences, and those differences are what makes us special and beautiful. So there's so many books out there that teach this or that promote that, but these are just the ones that I have and that I've used in my own classroom and that the students really enjoy and I enjoy as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first book I want to share with you is one that I think quite a few of you know, and that is The Day You Begin. Such a sweet story. There are lots of reasons to feel different. Maybe it's how you look or talk or where you're from. Maybe it's what you eat or something just as random. Whatever it is, it's not easy to take those first steps into a place where nobody knows you, but somehow you do it. So I just think it's such a lovely book. And the author, I was watching her do, the author is Jacqueline Woodson. I was watching her do a read aloud of her book on YouTube, and she mentions that the illustrator uses rulers throughout the book. So on the cover there's a ruler there, on the table there's a ruler, like in the lunchroom. So this child here, she's eating her lunch, kimchi and rice, and there's a ruler on the table and another ruler on the tree, I believe. Yeah, there's a ruler right here. And she talked about the fact that the illustrator, Rafael Lopez, included those rulers to show that sometimes we measure ourselves to other people. And when we do that, we don't really see or recognize the great things that we have going for us. So if you're constantly measuring yourself against somebody else or comparing yourself to someone else, yeah, you're not recognizing the wonderful qualities and talents that you bring to the table. So yeah, I just thought that was a nice little detail to be aware of. So yeah, The Day You Begin. The next book is How Are We the Same and Different by Bobby Kalman. And this book shares exactly what the title suggests that it shares: how we're the same and how we're different. So we're all the same because we share the same planet. We all call Earth our home. And then it talks about, like, we're vertebrates, we have backbones, we're mammals, we all start off as babies, we all grow, and we're all connected. We're all connected to our families, our friends, the people in our community, the people in our school. We're connected to living and non-living things. Yeah, and then it talks about how we're different. So we all have different cultures, and the cultures where we live, you have different languages, different foods that we eat, different music that we listen to. A lot of that's a part of our culture. Different beliefs as well, and religion, different talents. And this is a great conversation starter, talking to the kids about, first, I like to chunk this book up. So I'll read like half of the book, which talks about what's the same about us. And then the later part of the book talks about how we're different. And then it ends with that different is beautiful and a little paragraph about that. But it's great for having a discussion, like, how are we the same? So you can even do, like, well, we can't do it now because of COVID, but if you have like a little chart paper and the kids work in groups and they can brainstorm the things about us that are the same. They can do the same thing or something similar for ways that we are different. And when I had my discussion with my students, they were able to come up with a lot of different things that that weren't even in the book. But they just think about, oh, we're different because some of us are young and some of us are old, we're different ages, we like different things. And so it's great, meaningful conversation. So there's that one. Next is, I lost the cover from my book, but it is I Am Human, a Book of Empathy by Susan Verd. And this is like one of my favorite stories. It just starts off with, I was born a miracle, one of billions but unique. And then just goes on to say that I'm human. That line comes up a lot in this book. I am human, I am human. I have endless curiosity. I make discoveries. I have a feeling of wonder. I am amazed by nature. And then it talks about that just because we're human, or because we're human, we make mistakes. And you can hurt others. You can also be hurt too. I can be fearful of things I don't yet understand. But then I remind myself that because I am human, I can make choices. I can move forward. I could make a poor choice become a better choice with thoughtfulness. And I'm full of hope. I am human. So this is a really, really cute book. Highly recommend that one. Another one is, I don't physically have the book. It's in my classroom, but I got it last summer from Amazon. And I think Amazon's the only place you can get it. And the book is called Unique and Wonderful by D. Smith. It's a really simple but beautiful book that talks about ways in which we are unique and different and how those differences make us special. And it's told in a rhyme, so very basic, simple rhyme. And the pictures are really simple but beautiful. And like I said, I don't physically have the book, but I thought it was important to include on the list because, yeah, it's just a really sweet book about how beautiful our differences are. Another book I want to share that I don't physically have, but it's called The Best Part of Me by Wendy Ewald. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name properly, but the book talks about different children, and it has different like photographs of different parts of their bodies, and they talk about why that part of them is special, is unique, is useful, and why. So it has the photographs, and then it has the child's writing on the side. And, you know, for example, it might say, the best part of me is my smile, and then it goes on, it talks about why that child loves their smile, or why that child loves their knees or their hair or whatever part of them that's the best part of them. And it's great because it really, I think it's good for a good conversation, but also a good writing activity where kids can talk about the different parts of them that's the best part of them and why. So instead of just saying, oh, the best part of me is my eyes because I can see, but what's special about you and your eyes? Like, the best part of me are my eyes. They're big and dark brown like the midnight sky, and it helps me see the sunshine or whatever. I just think it's I think that would be a great bulletin board idea, display. We take different photographs, make them in black and white, and have their writing beside it. Yeah, and it's just a great way to promote, you know, what is it about you? Oh my God, I have to tell you something though. This kid, I was saying to the kids, you know, I used to be very self-conscious about my smile because I have an overbite where my teeth, the top row of my teeth kind of come out a little more. And I used to didn't like it, but now I like it. I think it's cute. It's a part of me and I like it. It's special. See? And I go like this. And then one kid's like, Miss Clark, your teeth are so yellow. I'm like, thank you for that. So I went and bought Crest white strips. No, I'm joking, but they do need a little cleaning. But kids are they're just so honest, like, yo. Meanwhile, I'm telling them how much I like my smile, and they're just like, yo, your teeth are yellow, like. Next is this one, I'm Gonna Like Me, Letting Off a Little Self-Esteem by Jamie Lee Curtis and Laura Cornwell. And it just shows two kids, and they're just talking to one another, and they're talking about why they like each other, or why they like themselves rather. I'm gonna like me when I jump out my bed from my giant big toe to the braids on my head. I'm gonna like me when I grin and I see the space in my mouth where two teeth used to be. And yeah, it just talks about them throughout their day. I'm gonna like me when my answer is wrong, like thinking my ruler was 10 inches long. So it's a really cute book, and I think it's great for, again, another writing activity where the sentence starter can be I'm gonna like me, and kids can just fill in the blanks with how they're gonna like themselves. So there's that, I'm gonna like me. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, thumb it up, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye.